Jeff's team really executed well. It's very unusual that when you compete against people who have so many good perimeter shooters and guys who can move well without the ball as well with the ball. And I think they're a hard matchup. It was a hard matchup for us, but now that they've gone through a year and they've gotten more matured and they're moving the ball, and just like every big 3-point shot that they took, they converted. And that's to their credit that they're playing to the strengths of who they are. I don't know if I could if I have a kind of team that I could let shoot that freely from the 3-point line, but that's who they are. The thing I like about their team is that, like in the first half, I think about everybody who played scored. And, obviously Henson is their main guy, but I've always said at Florida State we've always won games by committee, but that was a perfect example of winning by committee. And it's very challenging when you have to guard so many people who are capable of being offensive productive. Defensively, we had our moments where we played solid, but it's very difficult to guard that many 3-point shooters with the discipline that they showed in terms of moving the ball, making an extra pass, getting into the lane with the intention of trying to find the best offensive opportunity. That's a tribute to the kids buying in and the coaches putting the system in that matches who they are. And so this team is capable of beating anybody in our league because of how well they play together and in sync in terms of creating a system where they're taking the highest percentage shot. And sometimes it's amazing the highest percentage shot can be 25-footer. But that's the uniqueness of this team. That you got to give the coaching staff and the players a thumbs up for buying into the system and putting the kind of system that fits who they are.
Are you surprised that your press didn't do more damage to their offense?
We have not been a good defensive team all year. We've been consistently inconsistent, and we are almost a complete opposite. I'm not real sure that we very seldom ever use a zone defense, and that's our last resort. And I probably played more zone in the second half I played in the last 5 years. We normally have always been a pretty solid man-to-man team, but that's who we are this year. We have not been very effective with our full court man-to-man. We don't quite have the rim protection that you've seen us have coming through here with the guys that can protect, and that's a little bit of a challenge for us with this team. We rotate over, but we've had some guys in there that really alter, discourage from coming in there, and that's not who we are this year.
Leonard, what stands out to you about Pitt's freshman guards?
I think they get poised. They got a tremendous buy-in. A lot of times when you get young guys in, they're a little antsy. Sometimes the moment sometimes can be a little challenging. That's just normal for most freshmen that go in. But these guys, I'm sure they got early on in the season, they probably had some bumps in the road, but they have done it. It's obvious that they got a good relationship with their staff and with each other. And now that they've grown, they look like a very poised, matured team out there, even though they are fairly young. They're confident, and I think that's because of the synergy that they've developed within the team.
Coach, I just asked Jeff, but this is the first time Pitt's won consecutive 20-game seasons in a row in a decade. You've been here. How have you seen the program develop in the last 2 years?
Well, I just think that I'm so happy for Jeff that people have been patient. This is not an easy thing to do. This is not easy. And programs don't get to be that way, where they need a little fixing up overnight. But there's an atmosphere in our college athletics that you're supposed to be able to go in and fix it immediately. And I compliment the administration for being patient and giving him the opportunity to fix it. And I think they're reaping now the good things that working with, giving the coach an opportunity and encouraging and supporting them. Pitt has always had a great home court atmosphere. Even when we played in the illustrious Fitzgerald Arena, that I don't miss at all. You know, I was in the Big East here when we was in the Big East, and I came in here many times. And this is a great program and a great city that gives them great support. The atmosphere, the student body, you know, being right on the floor, and they're part of the game, and they're showing the team a lot of love and support. This is what you like to see. Before too long, you're going to see this program being one of the top programs in the country.
Everybody else set?
Thank y'all very much.
Better locker rooms here.
I would say so.